All right. Well, it's been some time, a little bit of time, since I've looked at a project and thought, yes, I am so stoked that I built that car. And I have to say that this car is one of those builds. This is UNRootedRC's version of an Axial Yeti XL. And I'm happy. All the carbon fibre I did in-house. I do it all with hand tools. I'm getting better at it, but it's a dirty, messy job, but I am getting better at it. So I'll run you through quickly the truck. I can't run it yet because I haven't got the Proline body mount screws yet, but I will do. So let me get into it. So it's a Yeti XL body roll cage. The only thing I've changed on the outside is I've chopped the side panels because I wanted to show some of the shock and the nice red hot racing sway bar at the back, and I've made a carbon fibre bonnet to add a bit of rigidity to the whole body post arrangement, and I've modified the body posts to accept a Proline screw on, which will happen there. Proline 2-inch light bar, custom made carbon fibre front bumper plate. These C-hubs and steering arms are GPM, and as you guys know, I have no issue with GPM. I have tested their stuff to destruction. It is so much better than it used to be. A-arms are RPM, of course. The guy, I bought this as a ready to run, but it hadn't been run. A builder's kit that hadn't been run, so it was almost new. And the guy I bought it from, for some reason, missed out this piece, so I have that in the post of the roll cage coming. The same nice GPM stuff going on the other side at the front. D-Hawk upgrades, alloy upgrades, so alloy retainer, spring retainer, top and bottom, and alloy faux reservoirs to go on the shocks. These are Rock RC four-wheel drive rock crushers. They are the 40 series on Dick, I can never pronounce his name properly, CPAC licensed beadlock rims. They're just banging. I think you'll agree, they are badass. Let's open her up. Let's just have to lift it up a wee bit to get the body to lock in at the rear. There we go. So what are we doing? We've got a so I've fixed all of the things that are inherently wrong with a Yeti XL. So it's D-Hawk alloy full steering bell crank, so there's no play in the steering at all. GPM alloy top plate, so the front end isn't made out of Swiss cheese. Hot racing front shock tower, because the front to the standard shock tower just bends. A nice GPM plate on the bottom underneath, alloy plate on the bottom. A massive Power HD B3 servo turning out 42 kilograms of torque. A Mamba Monster X8S. This will run 8S through a Spectrum. It's a hot racing, before everyone says, oh, that's never going to work. I've tested it in the garden. Works perfectly well, by the way, because I've introduced a hot racing alloy motor mount. All of the gears inside the gearbox are hot racing HD gears. The drive shafts on this come stock huge at the front end, and at the rear end I've gone over to a hot racing HD high tensile steel drive shaft. D-Hawk shocks at the back, alloy shock mounts at the top here. an alloy hot racing brace throughout the bottom here, a custom made carbon fibre piece on top of that brace, and then another hot racing brace at the top just to give the towers some rigidity. There still is a nice little bit of flex. You need flex in these. This is my second. I had a standard Yeti. You do need some flex in these cars. They are not designed to be super rigid. They're not race cars. They are rock bouncers, stompers, crawlers. They go over anything at speed. Hot racing, super stiff sway bar. I've got the super stiff option on there. At the rear end, let's just put her down. At the rear end, we are hot racing all the way. Hot racing, aluminium member support, hot racing lockouts. I'm running the original rear end links, but I do have hot racing lower rear end links coming, and I am running the original diffs front and rear, and I do have hot racing diff cups ready to go. An original wheel in the back. The difference in size between the originals and the Rock Crushers is significant. I went with these wheels because they are lighter. Out of all the bead blocks available on the 40 series, these wheels are the lightest. I'm still getting a ton of travel from this vehicle on the suspension. An absolute country mile of travel. You could fit 2 Coke cans underneath that. I'm so pleased with it. It has just gone together beautifully. I'm really stoked. I've got a really nice roof skid coming from the States with an inbuilt light bar as well, designed for this truck. And I've thoroughly enjoyed keeping this Axial Yeti alive as a model. They are discontinued, but my, what a brilliant bit of engineering from Axial. It needs some tweaking. Yes, the version 1 wasn't great, but this is the V2, the builder's kit, and I have to say, it's brilliant. The guy that had it before me put it together very well, which I'm very thankful for. But this is a beast, guys. This is like nothing else anyone else has got. As soon as I run it, I will film it and I will show you. Peace.